Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is a speaker and author of several books on relationships. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. See the big picture. Ladies, and this is once again something I see a lot of women do. You don't see the big picture. Like a lot of ladies get caught up with a guy or don't want to deal with a guy because of that spark. You know, they don't got that immediate chemistry and stuff. They'll say, well, we don't have that chemistry. Okay, I can live with that to an extent, you know. And did a video or doing a video or coming out with a video with about the men dealing with that issue as well. But, you know, and I told them, you know, well, I'll let y'all see what I told them. But the thing is, you got to see the big picture. I've seen a lot of women dealing with a guy for one that serves one need, but not seeing the entirety of the picture. And I used to think that women dealt with men more holistically. And I think y'all deal with them on an extent more holistically, but missing out on the other stuff. Here's a great example. You see that guy who's turning you on sexually. And yeah, holistically, I will deal with that guy because y'all look at the big picture as far as him turning you on sexually. But many women get caught up with that guy. And especially young women. I think the older women hopefully can chime in. But you get, you know, you younger, you get caught up with him. He cute, he got a nice smile. Got your ovaries doing the rumba. And, you know, you deal with him, but then you find out he's no good otherwise. You know, some women dumb enough to get pregnant by that guy. And you find out, hey, wait a minute. All right, yeah, he was fun in bed. He was exciting. But that's because he's not tired because he don't have a job or anything. He's not looking at the big picture. She didn't look at the big picture. Because it has to be a holistic thing. And like I said, this is something, I've said several times, a lot of game I got from women. And sometimes, a lot of times, what y'all hear from me is channeled from like maybe my grandmother and other elders. But see the big picture when you're dealing with a guy. Because I've seen that. I've seen so many women. They get that guy, he turns them on, he turns their loins on. But otherwise, he's not compatible with them. It's like that's the scary thing. It's not even that he doesn't take care of his bills, work. Shoot, he might do that, but you're not compatible value-wise, like outside the bedroom. And it's crazy it's crazy because especially since women have a duty to control the quality of the next generation. Y'all nurture the seed. How that baby comes out is very dependent on you or who gets to pass their seed on to the future. So maybe, but what's happening is many women are, you know, they ain't thinking about the big picture. They ain't thinking about, well, you know, if I have this man's baby, I mean, how is this man contributing to the big picture? Or is this man a good man? Or is he even like really compatible to me, you know, outside of that thing he does for me in the bedroom? And oftentimes the answer is no, because usually what happens, a woman might see that small thing they like about him, but then ignore the other stuff they don't like. And really, you can even turn that around for the sex stuff. Women might say, well, I ain't going to deal with that guy. Yeah, he turns me on, but I need the other stuff. So you deal with that guy. Okay, he's responsible and everything, but that's a problem too. And really more so for you. Because then when you dealing with that guy and he ain't rocking your world in the bedroom, all of a sudden, you know, that's when that other guy come up that can do it. And then you got some bigger issues. And, you know, that could cause something that could have repercussions on you for the rest of your life. The key, and like I said, this is mainly for especially the younger women. The older women, hopefully know all of this, you know, and hopefully didn't have to find out too much the hard way. But You gotta see everything with that person. You gotta do a cost benefit analysis. And I know it's hard to. I know you be getting in your emotions and those hormones popping and everything, but you're the one who has to deal with the repercussions. You have to carry the baby if there's a baby. The emotional damage affects the women more so than a man. Men aren't as affected emotionally by dealing with multiple women. We built for it. We are built for it. So a woman has to look at the big picture. You got to see everything. You got to ask yourself and then balance it out. It's like, okay, yeah, he fine, but then he's doing this. He's practicing this religion, which I'm not compatible with. He's in this social class I'm not compatible with. Boom. And essentially, I'm saying you got to find that balance. That's the key thing. You got to find that balance. And even if it's not there first, then you got to communicate with that man to see if it can be there. And then you got a decision to make. But that's the important thing. And that's one of the problems now that many men are having with women, because many women are making a bad choice, but then they're asking the guy that they normally would have rejected to clean up the choice. And that's a big deal. That's a big deal for many men. And many men are like rejecting that. So my thing is, okay, women got to make the choice. And it ain't necessarily saying you got to pick that so-called good guy. Let me be clear on that. It ain't saying, oh, just pick the other one, because that could be bad for the same reasons. I'm saying look at the big picture when dealing with everybody. So it's like, okay, all right, yeah, he turns you on. Okay, well, is it, are we on a core spiritual? Are we on core class value-wise? Do we want the same thing? As our money consciousness on there? And if none of those are there, it ain't saying you can't deal with the person, but just keep a perspective. Because one thing I've seen with women, many women will deal with somebody and expect them to change. There's been many a woman that'll get that guy who's real fine and think, and irresponsible, but, he cute though. He cute though. Or he know what to do with that thing, but they feel like, they feel like he'll change up, but then he doesn't change up. And reason why he won't change up is, in a man's mind, if this is what he did to get the woman, he's not going to change that. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't compute. That doesn't compute. So the thing is, the women from the get-go got to make a good decision. Because ultimately, you don't know if it's the correct decision. Time tells that. But you can at least try to make a good decision from the get-go. And really reach back to, not just make it, but that has to be in the culture of women. And I know some elder women try. Bless their hearts, they try. If they're not too bitter. Unfortunately, some older women, if they've had a bad time of it, they refuse to tell the younger women, because they like, I want to see this happen to you too. So this is some real stuff. You gotta look at everything. You gotta look at it holistically. Really look at it, not just holistically, his appearance and everything. But what's his character like? What's his function? Yeah, look at the form, but does the function and the form match? And that's a big issue. That's a big issue. That's something that has to be dealt with. And you got to look at everything, because you got to think, like I said, ladies, you the one that got to deal with the long-term consequences of it. You're the one. You have the baby. You have the baby. That guy, shoot. The situation we have today, he doesn't have to visit that child or anything. Only thing the courts can make him do is pay something. And yeah, you might get it, but it's not the same thing that you or the child needs. And even if children aren't involved, you got to think about your mental health. What is this guy going to do or not do for it? So the key to it is look at the big picture. You got to look at everything. And then balance it out, make a cost-benefit analysis, and then decide, is it worth it? And I know the guy might be mad or something, but hey, it's happened. It happens, part of life. Because men really should be doing the same thing. So, anyway, that's all I got for now. I'll talk to you later. Peace.